What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Mama Knows Best, episode 23.
Hey,
It's really common practice now. We're 23 episodes in. Every time that I try to do an introduction, this modern woman known as Mama interrupts me. So I've dealt with this modern woman for now 23 years of my life. So it's fitting.
23. It is episode 23. Okay.
That's why I'm a podcaster, and that's why you're a guest. Okay. It's Son Knows Best, not Sorta. Son Knows Best. And I have
go. Just finish your sentence.
No, I'm just saying I have my brother Rez coming on here a little bit later. And we've been talking about rebranding. We've been talking about monetization. And one of the things that we've thought about or talked about is, we're definitely going to replace you, and we're going to change the logo. Okay, shout out Jada, and we're going to change the name of the podcast called Son Knows Best, and we're going to shape the show around me. With Kamala losing and with your vote not really counting, we thought it was best to kind of move on from you.
At least I voted. I can't say the same for you. I know you was front. Classic Christian, just a rule. You know what? I think I'm going to do the rebranding. I'm sorry, Kamala didn't win, but guess what? Black women are still holding it down. Because guess what? This modern woman, did she not raise you? Matter of fact, I probably need to slap on the hand because how dare you come on a podcast looking like that? You know better. You should have put a hat on, braided your hair down, do something. How dare you come on here represent Mama looking like a troll? You can speak.
Again, I had Rez in the back studio, so I don't know how that 30-second countdown started, but it did. But common black women move. When the black man is down, you're gonna kick him, you're gonna spit on him, and you're gonna drag him. And so, Mama, you live up to the Kamalas of the world, okay?
Hey.
But episode 23, we're super excited. Obviously, with this coming out, by the time this hits the air, will be, probably about 2 weeks since election night. So it's coming out next week as we record this. So one of the things that is very controversial is how, Donald Trump was a felon, and yet the American public still elected him as the 47th president of the United States. So really crazy, groundbreaking, an event, right? Or an election. So I don't know, Mama, what are your thoughts about, with him being a felon and then now he's a president? Does that worry you?
More so just his personality, his behavior is what is more concerning to me. Like, this is America, but I've been watching a lot of kind of TikTok videos, and it's more so white people voting for white people. They want to be the majority. They don't, I think, I heard someone say the Republicans are going to vote for the Republicans no matter what. And, as far as the Democratic Party, they don't. So I don't even think him being a felon really even came to play. Clearly, it didn't. It to me, it was more gender and the color, color of our skin. They did not want a woman in there. And I guess if we're calling her a woman of color, I think that's what it boiled down to.
Yeah,
gender and race.
No, 100%. I think you make a lot of great points. I agree with everything that you're saying. And talking about Trump being a felon, things of that nature, Rez, our guy that is the do it all for us, the guy that edits our clips, makes sure our YouTube is popping, really just the backbone of this podcast. We were on a month, 2 month, 3 month hiatus, and it was because Rez wanted to be the young Rez, right? We still don't know his real name. I tried to do a Google search to see, who is he, right? We need to figure out who he is because I will call the police. Okay, so I am trying to figure out who this guy is. So we might be working with someone that we don't know. If his name is really Rez.
Hold on, because wait a minute, we sending money in, so we won't be called in later. You
Oh,
know, when
he
they
know
start doing audits and stuff.
if I get called in, I'm snitching. All my friends know that. Shout out Destiny. Shout out Destiny. Okay. You know, shoot, if Destiny do something wrong, I don't even know her. Okay. So, but no, we were out for 3 months. Reds got into a little bit of a trouble. And he's now being labeled as a, felon, even though that this guy is super bright, probably the smartest person that I know as far as a visionary, being able to give somebody a vision, being able to execute it, being self-driven, self-motivated, being able to hustle on a lot of different things, right? And so we thought it would be fitting with Trump being elected into office as a felon to bring in somebody that we know is very special, but is a felon now to come on. So let's welcome my brother Rez. I don't know if he's trying to come on here and show out with this goddamn pigtail on the side of his head. I don't know. I mean, like we at the. You know what? I don't give a dang if you edit the video. I do this for everybody else. Okay, I'm going to give you the rules of the podcast. This is my podcast. I let Mama be on here, but you're going to speak when spoken to. Okay, you're going to be articulate, and I want you to get to your points quick because the show is about me. Okay, it's not about Rez. It's not about Mama. Go ahead, Rez.
Hold on, before you go, you can edit all that foolishness out just in case if you wanted to. But now you can go.
That is a very good point. He can't do that. That is a very good point. He can't edit me out. But no, Red, tell us a little about yourself, man. How do you know me and Mama, and kind of what you do for the podcast?
What's up, everybody? So I'm Rez, like you said. I pretty much I'm like, I don't know, I would say like a creative, like the creative director behind the podcast, and I make content. Well, first off, let me start off how I know Christian. So me and Christian, we go. I went to Mizzou. I played football at Mizzou, and I studied architecture. And we kind of I think we met through our friend Eli, and then we kind of just hit it off, and we just been cool ever since. And you know what I'm saying, the more we hung around Eli and stuff like that, we go out and stuff like that with each other. You know what I'm saying, go get food and do this and that. But yeah.
Yeah. Now, Rez is selling himself short, man. I mean, this dude does everything. I mean, he goes to the gym at like 2:00 in the morning. Okay. He did play football at Mizzou. He is an artist. I mean, this dude, I mean, I don't know if he just, I don't know, does he have time to do anything that's normal? I think everything that Rez does is abnormal. Rez, do you do anything in your life that is normal?
Nah, I don't think so. I think I take pride in kind of trying to, like, you know what I'm saying, break the boundaries and do cool things. You know what I'm saying? I do like I fight too. I do MMA. I don't know. I try everything. I just try to do anything. Like really, it's just about like collecting skills. You know what I mean? I look at everything as a skill, so I just want to get better at everything and just try everything. You know?
Yeah.
So
normal is whack. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Fitting who says that on the episode. so we got your labels, Rez. Former football player. Okay. Yeah. Oh, let's just say this: black man, a bachelor degree, with an architectural bachelor degree. Okay. Former football player, MMA fighter, recording artist. Content creator with all your goddamn jip. I'm tired of seeing you flex your muscles, okay? I got a lot of chub, and I hate guys that sit up here and put their freaking muscles. I'm going to make sure that Destiny is not following you. I'm going to make sure that if Destiny is following the young Rez, I'm breaking up with her, okay? If Destiny is following the I don't want to hear your mouth, okay? I don't want to hear you. I told you about the rules 5 minutes ago, okay? So we got all those labels, right? And so when people hear that, they're like, man, this guy's special, which you are. But now one of the main labels that are on you now is being a felon, right? And so now you being a felon and dealing with that, label now, what are the common misconceptions of being a felon or what you perceive other people in America view felons?
So just like the first thing I would say, like people just look at felons, you know what I'm saying? Well, just first off, I think everybody has this misconception of everybody in jail being guilty, and that's not necessarily the case. You know what I mean? And like, I'm not necessarily a felon yet. I still have an ongoing case, so like, you know what I'm saying, we're in the process of that. But but one thing is though, like, you know what I'm saying, just like for me, like, you know what I'm saying, everybody can be in a bad situation, and it's just like it's very like life happens fast, you know what I mean? Anything can just go left. And you know what I'm saying? I think that felons just aren't necessarily like the worst people. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, like everybody else, you could you have to like get to know them, you know what I'm saying, and that type of stuff. But I think felons just have the same type of work ethic that everybody else has, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody can get out of jail, and you know what I'm saying? We see people like Wallow Gilly, we see a bunch of like rappers, we see a bunch of businessmen, they come out of jail with plans and stuff like that, and they can make it happen, you know what I mean? Just like anybody else. So yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, Christian, you're on mute.
I'm on mute. Wow. Okay. Mama must have hacked into the host setting. But I'm gonna let Mama take the second question that we want to ask about. I did want to ad lib a little bit. You talked about, you were in jail for a little while, and
Yeah.
everything like that. You spoke about how everyone's not guilty, and there are people that's in there that's smart and whatever, right? Your time in jail, being with the people, other inmates in there that is not always guilty. Obviously, there's a stigma on what jail is. What are people that are in jail? You actually were able to be incarcerated, so you actually know what it's like. What did you learn from your time from being incarcerated, or is there like a story you have with an inmate that was like, okay, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna run with it once I run out of this, jail?
Excuse me. I would say honestly, just taking advantage of my time, really. So obviously, I'm in jail. You don't have your phone and you don't have anything. Like I didn't get to make content. I didn't get to go to the gym. I still worked out and stuff like that. But just taking advantage of my time. Like I know now, like I thought I worked hard before, you know what I mean? And like, especially like in the gym and with my content and stuff. But like now, since I've gotten out of jail, I've been able to make so much music, make so much content, and just really like push the boundaries. Like I'm staying up later, you know what I'm saying? Just getting things done. I'm eating better, just taking care of stuff like that, just paying attention to the little things, because when I was in jail, I was able to just think about it all and like really break it down and really just, get into detail on what what I can do in my day, really.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, and Christian, I'm so glad that you did ask that question because, for those that are guilty or, found themselves in an unfortunate situation, once you're released, what are you going to do with that second chance at life? Because a lot of people don't necessarily get a second chance, can get
Yeah.
caught up in a situation, wrong place at a wrong time, or, life behind prison and you don't get it. But then when you are released, what are you going to do with that? Giving back to the community, helping especially our community, helping the
Definitely.
Black man, because even with us, you can be perfect and just and get charged for something just because that you're Black,
Mm-hmm.
but in the situation that you maybe have done something, you taking that time to, like you said, self-reflect,
Yeah.
getting on that journey. So then when you do have your freedom again, you're not going to want to take it for granted.
Mm-hmm.
You can make that impact on other people. And I think it's a lot of times a great chance to be entrepreneurs because, I mean,
Yeah.
let's be real, it is going to be harder if you're trying to go like the corporate, route. And I know that there's a companies that do hire people who does have, that felony that's on their record. But then, sometimes when you in a bind, hey, you get, like you said, thinking more, getting creative and, creating your own path. So I think that
Yeah.
was a really good question, Christian. Excuse me.
No, for sure. Just to bounce off for me, like I've been able to, like I said, just work on my craft, like the content and everything that I do. So it's been a little hard for me to find work, you know what I mean? So I had to like
Mhm.
really lock in on my skills, you know what I mean? Like how I can bring value to people and like what I can do. So it's allowed me to like really just go hard with that and just get really better at that, and you know what I mean? Make that like kind of more serious for me. Like take that serious and like
Absolutely.
take that entrepreneur route with that. So
Yes.
No, I absolutely. I'm definitely gonna change the second question if that's okay. Because you kind of talked about what his life has been like. You've had to hustle, things of that, things that nature. You've been out, right? It's been hard for you to get work, like you just mentioned. But on the flip side, you've been having to work harder, right? It's kind of funny how
yeah,
that is.
definitely.
But
Definitely.
I kind of want to talk about more of your time that you are in there. Because I feel like I've never been in jail. And I couldn't imagine being in jail. Shout out Destiny, right? I need my woman. But at the end of the day, with you being in solitary confinement and not having the normal distractions of the outside world, what was like, give us an insight of, okay, what was Red's thought process, right? You know, was there a low moment that did you have self-doubt in there, or did you come out, you know, or what was that moment that allowed you to come out hungrier, right? You know, I want you to get vulnerable on here, man. I want you to speak it real, bro. We're gonna put it out there. You know, we're gonna put it out there.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. So like that first moment, I would say, so I had my first court hearing and I got denied bond, and like the date, usually it's like maybe like the next few days or something like that, or you know, like the next week or something, but it was like a month away. And
Yeah.
that like crushed me. Like it was like I was like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was gonna get out and stuff like that. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna be able to fight this from the outside and stuff like that. But just getting denied bond, it was like, oh, like I was like, oh, now I'm in here. Like I'm in here and this is it. Like I gotta start jailing. Like this is this is what I gotta do. So at that point, you know what I mean? It changed everything. Like I realized like there's no phone, there's no this, there's no that. Like everything, like my whole mindset changed to where like I was like, okay, I gotta work out, I gotta read, and you know what I'm saying, I gotta like eat right, eat good, and
Mm-hmm.
just you know, just take care of myself and just try to stay clear minded and stay not get too negative. That was the biggest thing, because like you're in there and like there's a lot going on. You got a lot of other people that have different situations going on, and they might be negative. You know, you never know. They might come back. They might not get good news and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, you know, you're in there and you know, you just gotta stay positive and just stay like focus on the things that matter. Focus on what you control, and yeah, like, and then I would say I had, for the most part, I had like a few days I would say that were really rough, like, you know, because I mean being locked up every day like 24/7, like, you know, you can't be perfect. So I probably had like 2 or 3 days where I was just like, man, like this sucks, like this is bad, like, and I was like really down bad and stuff like that. But I would just say, like, you know, just like now I make content like working out and stuff like that. That kind of kept me going. I was working, I was doing like 1,000 push-ups a day. I was doing a bunch of squats and just trying to keep my mind right. But I would say I got used to it. Like as soon as I found out I was going to be in there for, you know, about a month or some time, I was like, you know, I'm just going to work out and just try to stay positive and just control what I can control, really, you know. So.
Yeah, I mean, again, like with Christian, I haven't experienced that, and I can only imagine but one thing that I really like that you said was staying positive, and I know that's probably hard, but it's mental because you're stripped, you know, of your
Yeah.
identity. Like you said, you're given everything, you're told what to do, you're doing that. So to me, the only way that a person can really survive and keep their sanity is having that positivity and something to look forward, you know, to, whether it's you're working out and stuff like that. So I'm thank you for actually being vulnerable enough to even share that, because I know it would be hard
Yeah,
for
for
me
sure.
to speak about something like that. So
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm okay with being vulnerable. I think it's all a part of, you know what I'm saying? It's all a part of the process. Like there's no story without that. So for sure.
yeah.
No, absolutely, Mom. I kind of want you to speak on. You know, you've been in management roles. You've dealt with. You know, in our family, we have a number of felons or whatever. You know, how, you know, have you seen, you know, people in your life, you know, kind of experience things, either turn the corner and go, or those people never turn the corner and now they're, you know, in the situation they're in for life. You know.
Yeah, so it's like you said, they either rebrand themselves, and actually I think one of our family members that is a great example. Hopefully she doesn't feel
You don't.
like,
You don't gotta say a name.
okay, well, we have
Golly,
we actually
golly.
have a female family
Well,
member, I believe.
we can
Okay,
leave it at that. We
we
have
can
a
leave it
family
at that.
member.
I believe she was actually a convicted felon, served some time in jail, and she went to college. She went to, what's that school? Missouri. I don't think it's called Missouri Western anymore, but went to there, got her associate degree in social work, and got a job as a social work. So she's, even though she's, you know, in that particular field, she's given back to the community and able to work with other young folks and then share her story. So there is an opportunity for a person to rebrand themselves, you know, like you said, having that hustle. Well, I'm going to work hard. I'm going to do whatever it takes to, you know, either educate myself or, you know, take that entrepreneur route, to give back, you know, because I think going back to the original question of some of the misconceptions, you know, they look at felons as a menace, you know, as a menace to society. So, you know, it is kind of your responsibility to, you know, remove that social stigma from your life to say, no, I'm really not. I really can do X, Y, and Z. Now, on the flip side, unfortunately, we do have family members that we will never see again. Just been locked up for life. We had a few that has gotten out. Not sure really what they're doing. They, you know, they're probably just getting in where they fit in, and you don't want that. I mean, really, the goal is just you want to make some sort of an impact. That's the way I try to look at my life,
Sure.
especially Black people. You know, whatever type of impact that we can make, let's do it. And so, you know, I know you talked a lot about you working hard and, you know, doing your content and stuff like that. And so I would admonish you to, if you could some kind of tell your story to another young Black male, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
to, if you can save one life, you know, if
of
your
course.
story can just do that, I would say do it, you know?
Yeah. I also, one thing I didn't mention, I make music too. So like just my goal with that is to kind of get a platform to where I can do that. You know what I mean? And like touch a lot of people and just really, you know what I mean?
Right.
Be a leader for the Black community. That's always been a goal of mine, just
Absolutely.
to be a leader. I
Yeah.
feel like we have a lack of that right now. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's much needed, you know. So
And of
Yeah.
course,
definitely.
Black people, we the dopest people, in my opinion, on the earth.
Everybody want to
Right.
be us.
Right.
Everybody want to be us.
No, I agree. I think Mom, you made a great point. You know, kind of giving a family history of certain things and kind of seeing, you know, having that older perspective of kind of seeing, you know, what works, what doesn't work. One of the last questions we definitely got to, you know, ask you, Rez, because you know we got a thumbnail. We're gonna have a thumbnail plaster with your mugshot next to Trump mugs, next to Trump mugshot.
Okay.
We're gonna make it big. It's Mama knows best, sorta. Okay, that's what we do.
Okay.
Okay, but obviously, with Trump being elected, you know, does that give you hope? Yeah, that's part funny question, right? But part serious is like, do you think? How do you feel about that? Right? Do you look at it and be, are you angry? Like, okay, like this person got convicted of something, yet they're able to thrive. Hey, I got convicted of something, I'm struggling, right? Like,
Yeah.
do you have that type of stance, or are you like, if Trump was able to make some shake after whatever he's going through, I can do it.
It definitely gives me hope with him being a convicted felon, just because like you said, if he was able to become the president of the United States and do something, even while being convicted, you know what I mean, I should be able to do something with myself, like in an entrepreneur way. But definitely I feel like as an entrepreneur, it's he has, I'm not too like educated on this, but I know there's some policies that he has, you know what I mean, and he favors kind of like entrepreneurial type people. So I feel like it'll be a little bit easier for me to, you know, do what I want to do as far as music and like my content and businesses and stuff like that. So I definitely have hope him being the president now.
Absolutely,
Okay,
Mama.
I gotta chime in. I'm glad that listen. I'm glad you are on this positive journey and stay on your daily meditation positive journey. Does it give me hope? I don't know. He's white. I mean, he's again. We talked about
Wait,
rebranding.
you said that Trump doesn't give you hope because he's white?
Well, meaning
I don't.
okay. Hold on. I'm about to.
Hold on. Anyone that is listening to this podcast, because I have a couple of sisters that do listen to this podcast. That's white. Shout out Julia. Shout out Lauren
Thank
DeMayo.
you. Thank
And
you.
they love you and they love this podcast. So I will not allow you to disrespect some of our audience and alienate ourselves.
I'm not
Kamala,
disrespecting the
I
white
need you.
community.
I'm casting that Kamala spirit out of you. Okay.
No, because what did I say before rebranding? He didn't rebrand himself. He's the same. Was convicted of assault. He has not done anything different. He has not showed us anything different. He's basically saying, here I am, I'm not changing who I am. When he was debating Kamala, he was talking about Haitians eating animals. He's rude. He's obnoxious. So I would feel like I had hope if he, went on a journey, shut his mouth up, did the work, came back as somebody was like, you know what, I learned from, my last run. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. No, you come in harder and stronger. So to me, there was no lessons learned in his life. He's like, aha, well, whatever. And so it's like he got that chance because he is a white man. Let's call a spade a spade.
But we weren't talking about Trump's presidency. We were asking.
We said, did it bring hope?
Right, but we're talking about bring hope for Rez and how he was. We weren't talking about how you felt about the election.
The two. You have to connect the two. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, you're right.
Right. So you wanted a whole right. You wanted a whole tangent about Trump and him being elected. You told Rez he was wrong.
But that was disregarded. Him being a felon was disregarded. I don't even think it's so many layers to the reason why he was he's the president-elect, but I think that his charge, because I think I just read online that they're talking about dismissing him.
But we were talking about, does that give Rez hope? The episode is not about you. Okay?
Well, right. I just don't. You have hope. Well, what I would say, you have hope, but not because of Trump. That's just my opinion.
Right, you can say that, but you can't say, Reg, you wrong for having hope.
No, I didn't.
That's what you said. That's what you said.
Tying it to Donald Trump is what I was saying. Yes, of course he has. Anytime you have breath in your body, you in your right mind, you can get up every day. You have hope and chance.
Not everybody thinks that way.
Well, you want me to circle the block? I don't think by looking at Trump we have. If you was white, yes, because you have more privileges. There are more privileges and allowances given to white people. I'm sorry. This is America. This is just the world that we live in. Now, do you have hope? Absolutely. You own the podcast right now, talking, sharing your story, and you don't even know how many people that's going to have an impact just by listening to your story now. Or, you never know what opportunities are going to come. So absolutely. But do I tie it to Trump? No. Did I make it better?
We don't really know what Reg, we'll let you get the closing statement, man. Pump up anything that you're doing, man. Shout out your music, man. Do anything you need to do before we get up out of here, bro.
Man, I just want to say I appreciate y'all having me on here. You know what I'm saying? I love being a part of the team. I love doing everything. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I want to keep doing it. We're going to keep doing it till the wheels fall off. But yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on here. I hope people can hear this out. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. This is going to be big, bro. This is one of the favorite. I always say this, but the last couple of episodes, I feel like we're hitting our stride. I think this episode is key. We appreciate you for even being vulnerable to come on here and talk about these different things. Because most people, like to shy away from, some of their struggles, what they've been through. I think with this episode, you not only you're talking about it, you're being real about it and allowing us to, get insight. And so I think he's going to do really, really, great things. And what you edit in it, I don't have to remind you to get it uploaded on YouTube. You're going to want to get it. You're going to want to get it uploaded on time on this one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, so that's all we got for episode 23. We talked about the fella. We're going to edit that out.
All right, bet.
But no, this is episode 23. Thank everybody for watching. Super excited to have my brother Rez on.
Yes.
We still trying to work on. If you're a mom out there, okay, right? If you're a mama in between the ages of 40 to 55, me and Rez, okay, see my brother down here. Me and Rez are taking applications. We are actively, okay, Rez blinked twice earlier, okay? We are actively searching for a new mama, okay? We are don't DM me. Shout out Destiny. Okay. Don't messenger me. Shout out Destiny. And don't text me. Go through Rez, and then Rez will contact me, and we will be doing some trials on new mamas. That's what I gotta say. Bye.
Bye.